Time now for the Beer Gel Morning News on this Tuesday morning, October 13th, 2015. Good morning to you all this lovely Tuesday morning, October 13th, 2015. Back to work, back to school. Here are your news tonight. Here are the top story here at 7:31 is in Washington, where the shadow boxing that Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders have played at for months. They barely mentioned each other in the campaign trail and will give away the more direct jumps Tuesday night in Las Vegas at the Democrat presidential debate. Here in Jerusalem, 4 attacks by Palestinians in Jerusalem, a city 40 miles away, killed 3 Israeli Jews and wounded at least a dozen others in 2 hours on Tuesday morning. The police said the most intensive rupture so far in 2 weeks of escalating. The Dutch Safety Board has concluded that Malaysia last Flight 17, which crashed over Ukraine in July 2014, broke up after it was hit by a Russian-made jet, has given its approval to the deal Tehran reached with world powers over its nuclear program, the state media reported. Damascus, Syria. Insurgents have fired 2 shells at the Russian embassy in the Syrian capital on Tuesday. Senators of pro-government supporters gathered outside in the compound to thank Moscow for its intervention in Syria. Amid heightened tensions and cowards following Saturday's deadly explosions the bomb squad was deployed after suspicious packages were found close to the main train station in Turkey's capital. Beirut, Washington. U.S. forces airdropped small arms, ammunition, and other supplies to the Syrian Arab rebels barely 2 weeks after Russia raised its stakes in a long-running civil war by intervening on the side of the President Bashar al-Assad. Washington. President Park he kicked off her official 4-day visit to Washington on Tuesday to seek fresh momentum and reinforcement in allies with the U.S. Kinabalu, a Philippine search and rescue team, has concluded as a false info claims that wreckage suspected to be in Malaysia last Friday, MH370 was discovered in the southern tip of the country. Former Texas A&M football player Thomas Johnson accused of hacking jogging to death in Dallas Park. Kansas City, Missouri. 2 Kansas City firefighters have been killed and 2 others injured in the collapse of the burning building, in which fire crews have saved 2 people from the spread of flames, Florida said. Washington. 2 psychologists have designed and oversee the CIA's harsh interrogation program now facing the lawsuit filed on behalf of the 3 former CIA prisoners who allegedly were tortured at the black side of secret prisons. Attorneys in the federal grade case are scheduled ongoing civil pretrial matters Tuesday and Wednesday in Baltimore, including whatever statements that the officers charged in connection with the grave staff of the police custody made the investigation should be. Brussels, London. The world's 2 biggest brewers agreed on Tuesday to create a company making almost a third of the world's beer after SAP Miller. Seoul, South Korea. Global stock markets were lower Tuesday as Chinese trade data showed a larger than expected slide in imports. TBD. Concerns about a slowdown in the world's second largest economy. Gains in consumer and healthcare stocks pushed the Dow to its lowest winter streak since December, as the Dow Jones Industrial Average 37 points or 0.3% at 17,131.86, posted its 7th consecutive day of gains, walled it. While the S&P 500 traced 17.46 and Nasdaq 408.64. London, Barclays plans to name Jess Daly as chief executive, adds a new dimension in the lender's love-hate relationship with investment banking and introduces fresh uncertainty over strategy. Also, negotiations have several terms in the way. They plan to force any deal reached in the global climate talks in Paris this December. Recently, scientists were able to image and unfurl detail the third structure of the supercoiled DNA, and Latin in its forming is much more dynamic than the usual recognized double helix. This year's Nobel Memorial Prize in Economic Sciences were awarded to Princeton economist Angus Deaton and Scotland-born. Deaton won an award that officially called the Sveriges Riksbank Prize in Economic Sciences in the memory of Alfred Nobel. Millions of Americans that live on in the land destined to be retained by rising sea levels, and that number rises dramatically if carbon dioxide emissions continue unchecked, if West Antarctica's ice region is stable, as recent studies suggests. Seriously, more than half of the U.S. workers go to work when they are sick with the flu, even though they are no better, according to the study. Nurses cannot be foreseeing the patient. A new study finds that hospital workers are at risk for becoming contaminated with dangerous pathogens even when they put on and remove their gowns and gloves correctly. Researchers use a gene edited known as CRISPR to remove native viruses in pig organs that could cause illness in human transplant patients. Okay, take a look at New England and Slurs here at 7:36. In Taunton, Massachusetts, more accident 24 north, just north of Route 140. Traffic backed up on Route 140 north, get it on to 24 north. And more accident 24 north, just before split to 128. Right in the middle lane, take the text heavy delays. Traffic back to the Route 123 in Brockton. And now, traffic updates now backed up to Route 106 in Westbridge Drive can seek an alternate route. Here, Peter Channel News Time is now 7:37 here. Time out for a sports report here. The Boston Bruins fall to the Tampa Bay Lightning in the Garden 6-3, the third consecutive defeat by the Bees to start the season here. South Carolina coach Steve Spurrier retired. Facsimile report says Melbourne, Australia, former world number one, late in here as a wild card in the January. Australia opened and marked the 20th straight appearance in his national tennis Grand Slam, which is also likely to be his last. Steve sarcastic to check himself through the rehab and in the wake of his firing by the UFC Torches SB Nation reported as moved that false. Sarcastic is apparently apparent intoxicated after arriving in the team facilities on Sunday. Peter Charlie News Hub is now 7:37 here on this Tuesday morning. Here's time out for a travel report on this Tuesday morning. Back to work, back to school here. Beep beep. And starting you off out and around here, where Route 95 on the northbound side here. Where 95 on the northbound side is, so from West Greenwich all the way up to downtown Providence here. Route 4 to the southbound side, so after Route 102 in the east in Exeter here. Jamestown, Newport, and Mano Bridges are looking good here. Route 4 to the northbound side, so Route 138 here. Route 4 to the northbound side, it is open for Route 95 in East Greenwich here. 295 on the northbound side, so for Route 37 in Granton all the way up to Route 6 in Johnson here. 295 on the southbound side, it is alright. Route 37 in Granton here. 185 on the westbound side, so from Seacock all the way up to downtown Providence through in accident here on Route 195 on the westbound side around Route 44 in East Providence, so expect delays here. 95 on the southbound side, so protect all the way up to the downtown Providence here. Route 6 that connector, so from Route 6 all the way up to downtown Providence around Route 95 here. 146 on the southbound side, so from Lincoln all the way up to Route 95 in the downtown Providence here. Route 6 on the eastbound side, it is so from Route 120 just all the way up to Providence here. 146 on the southbound side, it is slow from 146A North Smithfield to Route 99 in Lincoln Rhode here. 295 on the northbound side, so from Route 1 in North Attleboro all the way out to Route 95 in Attleboro here. The latest update on the accident in Taunton, 24 on the northbound side, so from Route 140 in Taunton to Route 44 in Rainier Mere. 140 on the northbound side, it is open for Route 24 in Taunton here. Out in the Cape. 20 on the southbound side of the Bourne Bridge, it's slow. Route 20 on the northbound side, so for the Bourne Rotary here. Route 6 is looking good from Sycamore to Orleans here. 24 on the northbound side. It's backed up from after Route 44 in Rainier all the way out to the Braintree. Are we at the Route 128 and get to there? 95 on the northbound side, so from 123 in Attleboro to all the way out to Route 120 in Kenton here. Route 3 on the northbound side it is. So from Route 53 in Hanover to the Braintree split. 495 on the northbound side. So from 140 Franklin all the way out to Milford here. Due to the accident on 495 on the northbound side after Route 85 in Milford here. 298 on the eastbound side. So from Auburn all the way out to Route 9 in Worcester here. 146 on the northbound side. So before 298 in Worcester here. 120 on the southbound side is slow from 24 in Kenton all the way out to the Braintree split here. Mass parking in the eastbound side is from Westboro all the way out to the Southeast Expressway in Boston. Mass parking in the westbound side, so from Logan Airport, Boston, all the way out to the Pruitt Tunnel here. Route 288 in the eastbound side is so before Route 485 in Marlboro here. 485 in the southbound side it is so from Berlin all the way out to Marlboro here. 485 in the northbound side, so from the Hudson Stretch here. Route 20 Waltham here. 128 in the southbound side, so from Mass Pike all the way out to Route 9 in Wellesley here. 128 in the southbound side it is so from Route 1 in Peabody all the way out to Waltham here. Southeast Expressway to both ends of for the Pike all the way up to Braintree split here. Timothy Hill, not bad at southbound sides and downtown Boston looking good here. We got an accident on Store Drive here on The Boston University here, so expect some delays here. Sumner Tunnel, it's slow. Callahan Tunnel's looking good here. 93 in the southbound side is so for Route 495 in Lawrence all the way up to downtown Boston on the Zakin Bridge here. Route 1 on the southbound side, so for Route 16 in Revere all the way out to Route 93 in Charlestown here. Route 2 in the eastbound side, so for Route 111 in Harvard all the way out to Route 495 in Littleton here. 495 on both ends is so for Route 2 in Littleton all the way out to Route 110 here. Route 3 in the southbound side is so for Route 113 in Tingsbury all the way out to Billerica and then hit brakes again before Route 128 in Burlington due to an accident on Route 3 in the southbound side here. 495 in the southbound side is so for Route 97 in Hayville all the way out to Route 93 in Andover here. Route 93 in the southbound side, 213 in the westbound side, so around the Methuen stretch. Up in New Hampshire, 93 in the southbound side, so from 102 in Derry all the way up to Route 111 in Windham, New Hampshire here. Everett Turnpike is sold from Manchester Airport all the way up to Merrimack here. 95 on the northbound side, it is so around the Hampton Tolls around the northbound side here. Spalding Turnpike is so from Route 4 in Durham all the way up to Newington here. And 95 on both ends of the main turnpike looking good from York all the way to Augusta via Portland here. The westbound side of the main turnpike spur from 95 in Portland to South Portland a little slow here. Look at MBTA alerts here. Blue line expiration minor westbound delays to the disabled train at Suffolk Station. Green line expiration minor expanded delays to medical emergency at Hyden Station. Orange line expiration minor southbound delays to the medical emergency Back Bay Station. And Silver line S1 expiration minor delays to the disabled bus. On the Grey Rail, Green line train 706-635 a.m. from Forge Park 495 delayed today 10 and 15 minutes. Greenbush line train 076 750 a.m. from Greenbush delayed today 10 and 15 minutes due to early mechanical problem. Watch for updates here. And ferries all looking good. Peter Channel News time, 7:43 here. Time and a half hour weather report here, and it is showing the radar here, and it shows light to moderate bands rain from the Cape Downs all the way up to the South Shore and up to the Greater Boston area, and then up 1/24 from Beverly all the way down for Braintree, stretching in Midwest, Boston, Fulton, down for Natick, down for Franklin, down for Woonsocket, and down for Providence here. But this is a heavy band of showers and thunderstorms curving around the Martha's Vineyard and Falmouth End. We're gonna time to see where they are going here. And this is going to be headed towards New Bedford. Falmouth could be next in these line of heavy showers and thunderstorms. So if you're around that area, here, expect a bout of heavy rain, as the heaviest rain will be in the southeastern Massachusetts coast and Cape Downs until 10 a.m. in the morning time here. And this is heavy band rain headed towards Newport, Rhode Island in the next couple of minutes here. So if you're driving around in that morning commute, expect some patients, expect some extra time due to rain and clouds here. Okay, let's take a look at the 7-day forecast. Goes like this here. Today, showers and thunderstorms before 1 p.m. Then slight chance of showers after 4 p.m. Punch bugs before today. Otherwise, 172 degrees. Calm wind becoming southwest wind 6 to 9 miles an hour in the morning. Just patients 8% new Christmas about 3 to 10 quarter-inch. Except how about possible thunderstorms here. Tonight, most guys go about 52 degrees. West about 7 to 10 miles an hour here. Wednesday, most sunny podcasts got about 6 to about 42 degrees, and west with about 5 to 11 miles an hour here. Thursday, Saturday, most gusts got about 59 to about 44 degrees, and west with about 3 to 6 miles an hour here. Friday, chance of showers, southern podcasts got about 59 to about 40 degrees, and just patience 40%. Saturday, most sunny, most gusts got about 55 to about 32 degrees. Sunday, Saturday, most gusts got about 47 to about 32 degrees, and for Monday, sun skies about 31 degrees. Right now, Kirkland Nation is here in North Massachusetts at 7:45 a.m. 58 degrees of the rain, fog, and mist, humidity 93%. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Tuesday morning, October 13th, 2015. Please have a good morning and a good positive attitude here.